on everyone and welcome back to the Brian Talks Money Show. Today we're going to be talking about what is happening in the San Diego real estate market and how you can position yourself to win in today's market. But before we get into today's show, one thing that should be happening is you smashing that subscribe button, giving this video a like so you always stay up to date on what's happening with the economy and the real estate market. That being said, let's get right into it. If you're currently living in San Diego or in the market to buy in San Diego, then you know that we have yet to see a significant drop in demand. But why is that? It simply comes down to the law of supply and demand. But now let's pick it up from redfin.com, where I was able to pull up some of the most recent information and stats on the San Diego housing market. The analysis begins by stating the San Diego housing market is very competitive. Homes in San Diego receive 5 offers on average and sell in around 16 days. The median sales price of a home in San Diego was $875,000 last month, down 3.3% since last year. The median sales price per square foot in San Diego is $649, down 8.8% since last year. Right off the bat, we start with the graph that shows the fluctuation of the median sales price year over year. And what I notice here is that prices are trending sideways, meaning that there isn't much movement from March 2022 to March 2023. For me, this just reinforces what I said. Due to lack of inventory, it's causing homes to hold their prices. Now let's talk about trends, specifically the number of homes sold here in San Diego year over year. And what do we see here? A negative 30.4% homes sold year over year. But you know what's interesting to me here? The fact that after December 2022 into March 2023, we saw somewhat of a rise in the number of homes sold. But if you look closely, the number of homes sold was nearing 1,000. And to be honest, that is still nowhere near the number of homes needed for the buyers in this market right now. And don't take it from me. Here's a real life example for one of our clients that just won a home and got their offer accepted in this market. Okay, on May 4th, 2023, we received the news that our client's offer was accepted by the sellers and we would be opening escrow. But keep in mind, it took 3 days to hear back from them. So once I got in communication with the listing agent, he informed me that due to 30 offers being submitted, ours was actually the one that stood out and won. Wait, I thought bidding wars and over asking price offers were left back in 2020 and 2021. Nope, not here in San Diego, at least in certain areas where demand is high. So my advice here is if you're looking to make a jump into the market, or if you have been struggling to get your offer accepted, this is what you should be looking into. Be flexible with your home search and also be very realistic with your plan and approach. Understand how the market is moving and what trends are occurring so that you have the best strategy when sending out offers. Now here's what I mean when I say demand is still relatively high. In this graph, we see that in March of 2022, we reached the peak of homes sold above list price in the last 3 years, reaching slightly above 70%. After that, we see it begin to come down under 30%. And going into 2023, we began to see it slightly dip. But soon after that, if you notice on the graph, year to date, the trend is beginning to go up back above 40%. So what does this tell you about home prices and the demand? For one, it says that home prices, even year to date, compared to the last 3 years, have all been above the list price. And although we see dips in prices throughout the months, let's face it, the lack of inventory is prompting homes to remain high. Well, for one, it says that home sales, even year to date, compared to the last 3 years, all have been above list price. And although we do see dips in prices throughout the months, let's face it, the lack of inventory is prompting home prices to remain high. Now, one thing I wanted to highlight is that from January 2023 up to the most recent month that we have data on, which is March 2023, we see that sale prices are starting to trend upwards of 40% compared to previous months before January when the sale price levels were at below 30%. So if you're wondering when home prices are going to drop, you might be wondering for a long time. For example, this last month I have been taking the time to reach out to listing agents to survey them on what it is that they're looking for in offers when buyers are submitting them to their listings. And ultimately their advice on what type of offers buyers should be submitting if they want to win in this market. After multiple conversations, I concluded that the following item is what agents are looking for in offers right now. First off, above asking price offers with no request for credits, fast closing, short contingencies, and flexible terms in the offer. So to wrap this all up, right now, if you're planning to jump into the market in 2023 here in San Diego, I suggest you truly understand how the market is performing. One thing I'm noticing right now is that strongly approved buyers are the ones that are able to compete and win in this competitive market. Compared to max out buyers that in this case, if they need to go higher on their offer to compete, they won't be able to because they're maxed out on their debt to income ratio. Look, bottom line is that for some, it makes sense to buy a home right now in this market. But for others, it might not be the right time. And that's okay. You must plan, prepare, and persevere. What I do highly encourage is that if you do plan on purchasing a home anytime in your life, you sit down with a trusted mortgage professional, even if you think you aren't ready. What will happen is you will know exactly where you're at, how much money out of pocket it will take, more or less, and if you need to work on anything, you'll have a personalized game plan that will ensure you prepare the right way. So if you found this video insightful and learned something new, then please share it with somebody and hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you on the next one.